Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep, really deep, into one of the planet's most mysterious and fascinating realms. Forget what you think you know about the ocean's desolate abyssal plains, because we're about to explore bustling cities of life hidden in the dark, all centered around one of the most ancient animals on Earth, the deep-sea sponge. These aren't your average kitchen sponges. We're talking about magnificent, often bizarre-looking structures that have thrived in the crushing pressure and perpetual darkness of the deep sea for millions of years. Some, like the Venus flower basket, are intricate glass-like lattice of silica. Others form vast, sprawling gardens that can cover kilometers of the seafloor, creating what scientists call sponge grounds or sponge reefs. These are living, breathing ecosystems, foundational species that shape their entire environment. So how do they survive down here? Unlike their shallow water cousins who often rely on photosynthesis from symbiotic algae, deep-sea sponges are expert filter feeders. They are the planet's ultimate water purifiers. A single sponge can filter thousands of liters of water every single day, drawing in a constant flow of water through tiny pores called ostia. Inside their complex canal systems, specialized cells, called choanocytes, or collar cells, use their whip-like flagella to create a current and capture microscopic particles of organic matter, bacteria, and other tiny morsels of food raining down from the sunlit waters above. This constant filtering is not just for feeding. It's a vital service for the entire deep-sea environment, recycling nutrients and clarifying the water column. But what's truly mind-blowing is that sponges are not solitary creatures. They are living, breathing apartment complexes, teeming with tenants. The complex three-dimensional structures of these sponges, with all their nooks, crannies, and internal canals, provide the perfect real estate in an otherwise barren landscape. They offer shelter, a nursery, and a hunting ground for a staggering diversity of other animals. This is what we call a cryptic ecosystem, a hidden world of life tucked away inside another living being. For many small creatures, a sponge is a fortress. In the vast open expanse of the deep sea floor, there are few places to hide from predators. The dense, spiky, and often chemically defended tissue of a sponge offers a safe haven. Small crustaceans like shrimp, amphipods, and isopods, as well as brittle stars and various species of worms, take up permanent residence. They navigate the labyrinthine canals, safe from the jaws of passing fish or larger invertebrates. For example, the Venus flower basket is famous for imprisoning a pair of small shrimps who enter when they are young and grow too large to ever leave. They spend their entire lives inside, cleaning the sponge in a symbiotic relationship, eventually mating and producing offspring small enough to escape and find a new sponge home. It's not just about shelter, though. Sponges are also a five-star restaurant. The constant flow of water brings a buffet of food particles right to the doorstep of its residents. Some animals feed on the particles that the sponge misses, while others might even graze on the sponge tissue itself, though many sponges have chemical defenses to prevent this. Furthermore, the waste products from the sponge and its many inhabitants create a concentrated source of nutrients, attracting even more life. This turns the sponge into a self-sustaining microcosm, an oasis of activity in the food-scarce deep sea. The biodiversity is astonishing. Researchers studying these sponge communities have found hundreds of different species living in and around a single large sponge. In some studies, over 17,000 individual animals were recorded from just one Neptune's cup sponge. This makes sponge grounds some of the most biodiverse hotspots in the deep ocean, rivaling even coral reefs in terms of the sheer number of associated species. They are critical nursery grounds for commercially important fish and shrimp, providing a safe space for their young to grow and develop before venturing out into the open ocean. One of the most spectacular examples of these ecosystems are the glass sponge reefs off the coast of British Columbia, Canada. Scientists once thought these reefs, built by sponges with skeletons of silica, went extinct with the dinosaurs. But then in the late 1980s, they discovered vast living reefs, some towering as high as a multi-story building. These ancient structures, thousands of years old, support a vibrant community of rockfish, crabs, and countless other species. They are a living window into a prehistoric world. Their discovery completely changed our understanding of deep-sea ecosystems. However, these unique and vital habitats are incredibly fragile. Their slow growth rates, some deep-sea sponges grow only a few millimeters a year, mean that recovery from damage can take centuries, if not millennia. The primary threat they face comes from human activities. Destructive fishing practices, particularly bottom trawling, can flatten these ancient sponge gardens in a single pass. The heavy gear pulverizes their delicate structures, wiping out entire ecosystems that took thousands of years to form. It's like bulldozing a city that can never be rebuilt in our lifetime. Seabed mining for minerals and oil and gas exploration also pose significant risks. Through direct destruction and by stirring up sediment that can smother and choke the sponges, clogging their vital filtering systems. And then there's the overarching threat of climate change. Ocean warming and acidification can stress the sponges, affecting their metabolism, growth, and ability to build their skeletons. As the chemistry of the ocean changes, the very foundation of these deep-sea cities is at risk. The good news is, there is a growing awareness of the importance of these cryptic ecosystems. Scientists are racing to map and study these sponge grounds, using remotely operated vehicles or ROVs to explore the depths and document the life they support. This research is crucial for conservation. By understanding where these vulnerable ecosystems are located and how they function, we can take steps to protect them. The establishment of marine protected areas, or MPAs, is one of the most effective tools we have. By prohibiting destructive activities like bottom trawling in designated zones, we can create safe havens where these ancient sponge communities can continue to thrive, preserving biodiversity and ensuring the health of the entire deep ocean environment. So the next time you think of the deep sea as an empty void, picture this: sprawling cities built by living animals, glittering with glass-like architecture and bustling with tens of thousands of residents. These deep-sea sponges are not just passive blobs, they're ecosystem engineers, the architects of hidden worlds that are vital to the health of our planet. Protecting them isn't just about saving a strange-looking animal. It's about preserving entire universes of life that we are only just beginning to understand. Thanks so much for joining me on this deep dive. If you found this as fascinating as I do, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more adventures into the unknown. Let me know in the comments what other deep-sea mysteries you'd like us to explore. See you next time.